Or one November 30th. Alright, let's do this. I think this is for December. Yeah, maximum running time of n computers. And we still haven't finished this one yet. We got a TLE yesterday. You have n computers. You're given the integer n and a zero-indexed array batteries, where the ith battery can run a computer for batteries I minutes. You are interested in running all n computers simultaneously using the given batteries. Initially, you can insert at most one battery into each computer. After that, and at any integer time a moment, you can remove a battery from a computer and insert another battery any number of times. The inserted battery can be a totally new battery or a battery from another computer. You may assume that the removing and inserting processes take no time. Note that the batteries cannot be recharged. Turn the maximum number of minutes you can run all the n computers simultaneously. I vaguely remember this. Vaguely. Solution-wise, I don't, but I vaguely remember this one. Like charging battery stuff. So n equal to the 2 computers, 3 batteries. The maximum running time is 4 because you can use 2 and then swapping 1, use up 1, continue use, and then use up another 1, and you have 1 left. Yeah, this can only run for 2 minutes. I don't remember at all how the solution is. So I have a bunch of things has to go. So basically you need to arrange the batteries, right? Arrange the batteries such that the computer can run simultaneously. Let me think. We have a theoretic upper bound, right? Which is every battery is completely drained. That is the theoretical upper bound. So maybe can we do a binary search on this? Because we have a theoretical upper bound, we have a theoretical lower bound. I would say, let's say we can run it for however many minutes, right? And we need to check to see if it's possible. Now, how do we check if it's possible? So in the first example, n is equal to 2. Battery is 333, so total is 9. So 9 divided by 2 is equal to 4. Right, so the maximum possible is 4. Minimum possible is 0, right? Actually, since 4 can be reached, I think I'll get to 5, okay? So 0, so we start low if it's 0, right? High is 5. Then your mid as initial is going to be 2. So 2 minutes. How do you decide if we can run 2 minutes? Well, if we run 2 minutes, so the first one will require 2, and then we can do it. Second one require 2, we can do it. So yes, we can do it. So next, so we say 2, 5. Now we need to run 3 minutes. So 3 minutes can do it. Now we're gonna run 4 minutes, right? That's 3, 5, now we're gonna run 4 minutes. Okay, how do you handle this? So 4 minutes. So battery must run, right? Let's say it runs 1 minute, it runs 1 minute. And then so each battery and we can swap them any number of times. So what we want to have is at least have n number of batteries available, right? That's what we want. We have n number of batteries available, we're happy. And then as long as we have n, and the time when we don't have n, if we don't have a backup, then that's trouble. So that's when we need to swap in. Right, we just swap in, so we have, hold on, let me think, swap in. Or maybe you can rotate, right? So like we have 3, 3, 3. So let's say I do these two first, and then I rotate. Right, I rotate. And then I do these two. And then I do these two. And that's it. So you're saying, then this we go, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute. So what you're saying is every time, if we can get the largest n, like every time we only use the largest n, every time we only use the largest n, right? Every time you use the largest n, then we are preserving as much possibility as possible until we don't have the top n. Okay, so now the question is, how do we get the top n every time we do it? Because depending on how many times we're gonna run it, each time we run it, we will drain some of the stuff. So are we pulling them out and push them into, then it will take n log n every single time, right? And then also the number of minutes. And the number of minutes can be huge because battery is 10 to the 9. Well, what if, because you say we'll take as much as we can, so we'll take as much as we can until the smallest gets smaller than the second smallest, right? So this, the top is 3 and this is 3, so I just take 1. Then we need to do the swap. Then we need to do the swap. Now what do you mean by swap? It means the smallest gets pushed out. So hold on. If we take top n out, okay, and then we have the smallest. And then the smallest compared to that, then we know after that many minutes, right, then this one need to go. So we can pop. Every time we pop, we push this in. Every time we pop, push this in. But everybody inside also need to decrease by that amount. I don't know. No idea. Let's see the hints. I think this is using binary search. For a given runtime, can you determine if it's possible? Okay, so this points us to the binary search idea. We kind of had this idea, but we gave up because I don't know how to do it. But now it's kind of forcing us back onto it. So we're gonna binary search if it's possible. Okay, so if it's possible to run in computers for, well, I mean, for one thing, you can do a quick check if the total juice needed is not enough to support, and that's not possible, right? So now we say if the total juice needed it can support, then what? So all we need to do is to check if we can run n computers simultaneously. So like at every moment in time, we have at least n batteries that has power. So let's say we have n batteries that has power. And if we sort them from large to small, then we know, and we don't drain all of them, right? So we drain as much as we can, as much as we have, but we leave at least 1 minute left in the smallest. So that is the first drain, right? And after that, we'll replace all the smaller, right? We'll replace the ones. So we'll sort again. We will sort again. So you have to reduce, then we sort, and we run the same thing. And so we sort it first, right? So I have this much. If the smaller is larger equal to, then we can always get bigger time. So now we get bigger time. Okay, so if there's some battery that it can handle, so those are out of the consideration, so you don't have to worry about that. So all you need to worry about is the number of computers, right? And then that cannot be supported completely by one battery. So we require battery to kind of bind together to help. So if 2 batteries can bind together to help, then yes. But that's still not generic enough. We need a more generic version of this. That's what I'm thinking, like we can maybe like slightly window this. And from small to big, do one, then we swap, go to the next. Or we do that, and then we go to the right, so take a small one. So the idea is if we have Yeah, so the number of batteries has to be larger or equal to the number of computers, right? And then we have the largest. So yeah, that's one, and then the sum has to be also bigger than what we need, bigger or equal to than what we need. And then I have a couple of conditions. Easy condition we can check, right? And then we have a bunch of computers and each one doesn't have enough. If each one doesn't have enough, then the total will not be working. So it definitely has enough, right? So it definitely must have enough. And then we can just say, if we look at each battery by itself, right? If we look at each battery by itself, this battery supports this for 2 minutes, and then it can support for another minute, right? And then this battery supports for 1 minute, 2 minutes, and then this battery can support 1 minute, and this can come here to support 1 minute. So what we don't want is like we drain them. Or like we can say the battery just spread out. I'll support the first one, the first minute, second one, the second minute, third one, the third minute. We just go through like round robin. Okay. And then the second battery will do the same thing. Every battery will do the same thing. Yeah, so all the batteries support one of them, right? And then we will shift them. Well, not really shift them, we will get help. Or maybe we go the smallest battery. So we go small to large. And the smallest battery will use it up. Then once we use it up, we must have new one. But it doesn't work. Right? It doesn't work. We should not use it up. I have no idea. Alright, let's check. So I did it twice, but I don't think... Oh, I think this time I did it by myself. Oh, no. Alright, let's see. What does this say? Oh, this is the main insight. As long as the remaining battery power is sufficient to supply the amount of battery needed, we can always distribute the remaining power evenly across all the laptops. Let the n highest battery always support the laptops. The The remaining batteries can pop in and out at any time while the main batteries are being used. Each time the remaining batteries go in and out, we get extra juice. Since this in and out can happen any number of times and does not cost any time, we can always evenly distribute the remaining power. Huh. It says as long as the remaining is good, as long as the remaining batteries is sufficient. So you're saying if it's sufficient, but what if the number of batteries are small? Does it say at least you have that number of batteries? And battery length is log equal to n. Okay. So if you have sufficient number of batteries, so that's guaranteed. And the total number of batteries is good. Right? If the total number of batteries is good, then we can just go in and out. It's same. It says we can always evenly distribute it. Okay, let's say this one makes sense. Now how do you binary search it? So we have, let's say, will last that long. Then what? I can sort small to big, and then how do you evenly distribute? I don't know. What is P sum? Okay, the low and a high. This is the batteries that we can support. We sort batteries, so we go prefix sum, and then we say M is this, index is batteries, and mid. Mid is the number of minutes, which means mid is the number of minutes. M minus index is the number of batteries can supply mid minutes without having to use any help. It's a prefix sum. I don't understand. Oh, hold on. This is the batteries. This is the batteries. Ah, okay. Yeah, remaining laptop. Okay. Yeah. That's the remaining laptop. It makes sense. So these are the laptops that require assistance. So we know how much battery we need, which is mid times remaining laptop. That's how much we have, and we have the number, like the total, and we have the remaining. Then why do we need to use this to know? And so you just add up the remaining power to see if it's larger or equal to the demanding. If it is, then it's possible. If it's not possible. So if this or this is larger than so the ones that can do cannot be used to power back because those are locked in. Right? Those are locked in. I see. After sorting batteries, we again assign the highest end batteries to the laptops. Okay, to allow the runtime of batteries to reach. We need help from this, and the amount needed is this minus this times total number of laptops up to battery I. If we can supply it, we do so. So we sorted extra is number of batteries minus n. Those are at the front, right? So I don't understand. I think the other one, at least I can understand. This one I don't understand at all. So we're saying to allow the runtime of battery I to reach I plus 1. So we sorted. So for battery I to reach this battery, then we need help from the previous. Yes, understood. And the amount needed is the difference. So like if we want to reach this, right? If we want to reach this, an amount needed is batteries. There's a difference of the battery. total number of laptops up to battery I. I don't understand this part. I don't understand at all. This actually makes sense. So we're doing this, so we're trying to match this with this. So we have this difference. So the difference will be supplied by the extra. So the extra will coming in. Once it's good, then moving on here, now we try to supply this, right? Increase. We also need to increase this, so it's the number of okay, now it makes sense. And then we keep doing this until we cannot. So we cannot supply to this, so we distribute evenly. Yeah, you cannot use this. Yeah, this is the binary search. It's using the prefix sum. Oh, really? So the sum power, we have left and right. Target, extra. I haven't even sorted this. So yeah, this is our target. So we go through everything, so we get the extra, right? And then we just say if we have n times target, this is n times target is this the total battery needed, right? If extra it's not really extra, it's just the amount of power that's needed. Total amount of power currently available, right? For each battery. Because each battery, if it's more than, then we just only take that. If it's smaller, we only take that. Because those are the freely. But you can also think about just like the bigger ones are locked in, and the smaller ones are the ones you can just freely go around. So we get a total amount that's available. Right? This is the total amount that can be freely exchanging available. And if this is larger than what we have, yeah, you have to sort. Like the biggest one has to support. I don't know. This is hard for me. Yeah, I don't know how to solve this. I think I only do one of them. Oh, I think I got it wrong. I don't think I have ever solved this problem by myself. The key insight is that once we lock in all the big batteries, right, to all the batteries that have that have power no smaller than the minutes to support the computers. Anything left is considered. Now all the remaining batteries are considered fully exchangeable. Right. Are considered fully exchangeable and can be used to support, right, any battery that might run out. Thus, in a battery search scheme, if our target target time is mid, we need n times mid total power, right? We need to find how much total exchangeable power there is among the batteries. If batteries I is large or equal to mid, it can only provide mid, right? Because it is locked in on a laptop already. It cannot be used to support other laptops. If batteries I is smaller than mid, it is a flexible, right? It is a flexible battery and can be used to support the others. We want to find the total power available for all the laptops. If the total power is no smaller than n times mid, we can handle mid and move to a higher target. Otherwise, we move to a lower target. Where K is the difference between the largest and smallest batteries. The largest possible runtime no, it just is the largest. Okay. So we have battery size.
Isn't my training log is in the den?
No? get back to it. Do I even need a size? I don't even think I need a size. I can say total power high and battery. I like the +1. Usable. Right, usable plus equal to minimum mid and B. So this is ensure that if a battery has more than mid power, only mid power can be tapped. If usable is larger or equal to mid times n, then low equal to mid +1, else high equal to mid, and then return low -1. Something like that. Yeah. Fail as always. Oh, I should do this. Let's test the case. Oh. I might as well just go long here. So everybody is long. Yeah, okay. Alright, that's it. Pretty bad.